Stop apologizing. You think saying "I'm sorry" makes you polite. To a predator, it just sounds like a confession. From the moment we enter the adult world, particularly the modern corporate ecosystem, we are infected with a deeply insidious linguistic virus. We are relentlessly conditioned to use the phrase "I am sorry" as a universal social lubricant. We apologize when someone else bumps into us. We apologize before asking a perfectly reasonable question in a meeting. We apologize for setting a boundary. We apologize for taking up space. We mistakenly believe that this constant, reflexive apologizing makes us appear humble, agreeable, and polite. We think it smooths over the rough edges of human interaction. But this is where the damage begins. Because the more you apologize for things that do not require an apology, the more you train the world to treat your presence as a burden. You teach people that your needs are negotiable. You teach them that your boundaries come with a refund policy. You teach them that if they look disappointed enough, you will immediately shrink yourself to restore their comfort. And once this pattern becomes visible, the wrong people will smell it on you. They will notice that you apologize before you speak. They will notice that you soften every request. They will notice that you would rather accuse yourself than tolerate 5 seconds of social tension. To a healthy person, this might look like politeness. To a predator, it looks like an unlocked door. In the normal world, among healthy individuals, an apology is a bridge. But you must understand that you are not always operating in the normal world. When you are dealing with a narcissist, a toxic boss, or a master manipulator, an apology is never a bridge. It is a loaded weapon that you are willingly handing to your own executioner. To a predatory mind, your casual "I am sorry" does not register as politeness. It registers as a binding legal confession of guilt. It is an absolute, undeniable admission of weakness. It is a transfer of psychological power from your accounts directly into theirs. Let us break down the exact mechanics of this trap. Manipulators are incredibly skilled at manufacturing situations where you feel slightly off balance. They might sigh heavily when you hand in a project, or give you the silent treatment for a perceived slight. The unbearable tension makes your anxiety spike. To relieve this heavy tension, your brain defaults to its programmed response. You apologize. You say, "I'm sorry if I did something wrong." The trap snaps shut. The moment those words leave your mouth, you have officially taken the blame for their manufactured mood. You have validated their right to be angry at you. You have given them the moral high ground on a silver platter. The most vicious part of this trap is that it often happens without a direct accusation. They do not have to say, "You hurt me." They simply create an atmosphere where you feel responsible for fixing their mood. They go quiet. They become cold. They answer with one-word replies. They make the room feel heavy. And then they wait for you to crawl into the silence with an apology. This is emotional debt collection. They manufacture a debt you never agreed to owe, then punish you until you pay it. And the payment they want is not the word "sorry" itself. The real payment is your submission. They want to see you abandon your own perception and accept theirs as the official version of reality. Once you apologize, the manipulator will immediately leverage it. They will not accept your apology gracefully. They will use it as a foundation to build a case against your entire character. They will say, "Well, you should be sorry. You are always so careless." Or, "It's fine. I'm just used to you letting me down." They twist your polite reflex into a permanent flaw in your identity. They use your apology to justify their future abuse, because after all, you already admitted that you were the problem. You must ruthlessly audit your vocabulary and eradicate the reflexive apology. How do you replace it? You replace it with the sovereign power of gratitude. Instead of apologizing for your existence, you acknowledge the situation without taking an ounce of blame. If you are 5 minutes late to a meeting, do not rush in sweating and say, "I am so sorry, I'm late." This makes you look small and subservient. Instead, walk in calmly, take your seat, and say, "Thank you for your patience." Analyze the devastating difference between those two phrases. "I'm sorry" lowers your status. "Thank you for your patience" elevates your status and subtly forces them to act like a gracious host. If there is an error in a report, do not say, "I am so sorry, I am an idiot." Say, "Thank you for catching that. I will update it immediately." You are remaining completely professional. You are addressing the issue, but you are absolutely refusing to bleed emotionally onto the floor for them. There are dozens of replacements that keep you powerful without making you rude. Instead of saying, "Sorry to bother you," say, "When you have a moment, I need your input on this." Instead of saying, "Sorry, can I ask a question?" say, "I have one question before we move forward." Instead of saying, "Sorry for the delay," say, "Thank you for waiting. Here's the update." These phrases do something very important. They keep the conversation focused on the task instead of your supposed defect. They do not invite the other person to judge your worth. They do not put you on trial. They communicate competence without emotional leakage. And in a world full of people who weaponize guilt, emotional containment is a form of self-defense. When a toxic person tries to bait you into an apology by acting offended over a boundary you set, you must become a wall of solid ice. They will say, "I can't believe you won't help me with this on your day off. You are so selfish." Do not say, "I'm sorry, I just really need to rest." You are justifying your right to exist. Instead, look at them with a blank, unbothered stare and say, "I understand this is frustrating for you. I will be available on Monday." No apology, no explanation, no guilt. When you completely strip the phrase "I am sorry" from your daily interactions with manipulators, they will become deeply disoriented. They are used to playing a game where they push a button and an apology falls out. Understand this clearly. Your apology was never just a word to them. It was a control mechanism. It was proof that their mood could move you. It was proof that their silence could discipline you. It was proof that their disappointment could make you abandon yourself. So when you stop apologizing on command, you are not simply changing your vocabulary. You are breaking the remote control they thought they had over your nervous system. This is why they will call you cold. Not because you lost your empathy, but because you stopped donating it to people who only used it as leverage. They will say you have changed. Let them. Sometimes the most powerful change in your life is the moment your guilt stops being available for public use. When the machine stops dispensing apologies, they don't know how to act. They will accuse you of becoming cold. They will say you lack empathy. Do not let this gaslighting affect you. Save your apologies. Treat them like incredibly rare, highly expensive diamonds. Give them only to the people you love, only when you have made a genuine moral mistake. For everyone else, offer only competence, cold professionalism, and unyielding boundaries. You have nothing to be sorry for.